Hello everyone, and welcome back to our lesson. Today we are going to talk about future with will. Children, open your student's book and let's work with me. The first exercise. What do you know about polar bears? Choose the correct options. Number 1. Polar bears live in the Arctic or in the Antarctic. Number 2. Polar bears spend a lot of time on small islands or on sea ice. Number 3. Global warming is or isn't a danger to polar bears. Let's read the text and check your answers. Will there still be polar bears in the world in 2100? Polar bears need sea ice to hunt, rest and travel. But the ice in the Arctic is melting because of global warming. Scientists believe that sometime between 2059 and 2078 there will be no sea ice in summer in the Arctic Sea. The polar bear's habitat will become smaller and smaller. Bears won't get enough food in the summer. They won't be able to feed their young, and many bears will die in winter. There are now between 20,000 and 25,000 polar bears in the world. Some scientists predict that 60% will disappear before 2050. Will they all die before the end of the century? So, the correct answers are on the screen, and I hope you had no problems. I have got 3 more questions for you. Answer these questions in your copybook. And now I will give you some time to do exercise 2. Read the grammar focus and complete the examples with the words in blue in the text. Are you ready to check the answers? We use will to predict future events. Affirmative sentence. There will be no sea ice in summer. 60% of polar bears will disappear before 2050. Negative. Bears won't get enough food in the summer. Question. Will all polar bears die before the end of the century? Yes, they will. No, they won't. And short forms. I'll stands for I will, you'll means you will, etc. Won't, it is a contraction for will not. Let's read the joke. So, a frog and a fortune teller. A fortune teller. You will meet a beautiful girl. She will test you and she will check you. She will find out everything about you. A frog. Great! Where will I meet her? In a park? In a pond? A fortune teller. In her biology class. So, to talk about predictions, use will plus verb. For example, I will go to London one day. Or Tom will go to London one day. Or they will go to London one day. The subject doesn't matter. There always will be will as a verb. Pay attention that we don't use particle to before the go. Modal verb can changes in the future into will be able to. Can't changes into won't be able to. For example, female bears won't be able to feed their young. Let's practice and do exercise 3. What do you think will happen in the next 50 years? Complete the sentences with will or won't. For example, people will or won't travel less. In exercise 4, you need to ask and answer the questions. You can call your partner or classmate and discuss these questions together. For example, will people use cars in 60 years' time? Yes, they will, or no, they won't. In your answers, give as much detail as possible. Remember, you use get or become plus comparative adjective to say how things will change. Example: summers will get hotter. Pollution will become worse. Will food become more expensive? Using this rule, you need to write your own sentences in exercise 5. For example, summers will become hotter. Use the adjective from the box in the comparative form. Don't hide your phone. Call your classmate again and do exercise 6 together in pairs. Or you can write a dialogue in your copybook. For example, will you get married in the next 10 years? Yes, I will. No, I won't. Please give full answers and add some information. Page 118 in your student's book will be a home task. You have here 2 exercises. So, that's all for today. Thank you for your attention.